Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm still figuring out how to use this. Let me open up the chat. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. You guys are from all over the place. Tokyo, Mumbai, New Mexico. Wow, this is awesome. I knew we had people joining from all over, but just to actually read where everyone's from is so cool. And I was actually going to ask you to do that. So this is awesome. Texas. And I just want to thank everyone because I know where you are, like it's just different time zones and maybe it's super early for you or super late at night. So thanks for joining me. I'll tell you where I am. So I'm in the French Caribbean. It's a little island. It's actually closer to America than France, but it's already 9 p.m. here. So also let me know what time it is where you are. I'm so interested to know. Oh, it's so cool seeing where everyone's from. I'd love to know too, what industry are you guys in? Like, do you have a business? Do you do health and wellness? It's just so cool to see like what everyone does. Wow, there's a lot of comments. I'm trying to like speed read through everything. Okay, someone's from Bermuda. It's 9 p.m. there too. It's gonna be a little bit of a late night for us. At least for me, I go to bed early. 3 p.m., 6:30 a.m. Wow, it's early. I hope you have coffee. I'm just gonna give it like one more minute or two just to make sure everyone can join, and then we'll get started with the slide. Haiti, oh, that's awesome. So some people are saying they're artists. One works for a bakery or has an online bakery. Another artist. My sister's an artist and she actually uses Plan, and it's been really cool to see her art grow like through using Plan and just being able to like organize all the colors and stuff like that. It's really cool. Fitness, dance studio owner. You don't want to see me dance. Trust me, I'm terrible. A beauty studio, pet wellness. That's so cool. There's just such a variety. I love it. Let's go ahead and get started with the slides. I'm still figuring out the screen sharing thing, but I'm gonna walk you through the slides and just let you know a little bit about myself. Karina, who is here, I don't know if she'll pop in, but she's in the chat and she'll be answering any questions you have or helping you with anything you need. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, let's see if I can do this right. Okay, so of course, welcome to Plan with Plan. We're really excited. This is our first session, actually, but it's the start of something great, and we will be hosting one every single month. And just to see this turnout, it just makes me so excited. So thanks for being here for the first one. So my name is Greta Rose. I'm the new social media manager and community manager at Plan. I just joined in December. And I'm really looking forward to spending this next hour with you and helping you plan out your social media content. And then at the end, I'll be here to answer any questions you have. And then I'm joined by Karina. So she is our CMO. She's amazing. And like I said, it might be hard for her to pop in on here, but she will be in the chat to help you with anything you need. Okay, so what you'll need a Plan desktop account, you can sign up at this link here. A Canva account, a pro one or a regular one, whatever you have is fine. And then your February content calendar. And you should have this in your inbox if you registered, which you're here, so you did. So look in your inbox if you don't have it, or Karina's gonna pop it down below. And then I'm gonna give you just a couple minutes to get all sorted with that. Make sure you have everything up. I have mine in a few tabs so I can just go back and forth really easily. Okay, so I hope you have everything up. We'll move through the next slides a little bit slower. Okay, and what I'm going to cover with you today. So I will be walking you through the February content calendar. I'm going to show you how to use Plan Strategy tool. I love this. It's my favorite plan feature. Using Valentine's Day content prompts. These are awesome. Accessing and editing our free templates in Canva, creating media in Plan, scheduling your post, cross-posting on different platforms, and then I will be answering some questions you have at the end. We'll probably have about 10 minutes. If I don't get to your question, we will be doing a Q&A on Instagram tomorrow, so make sure you find me over there. I'm just on Plan That. And then we want to give you a special thank you. So make sure you stay tuned until the end. Okay, and let's get started. So I just want to make sure you all have what you need since we're going to be planning together. The first thing I'm going to walk you through is our content calendar. So obviously this is one of the reasons why we're here today, because our amazing graphic designer, Danny, made this content calendar that's interactive. It makes planning your content so much easier. So this is just amazing, and I'm going to show you some of the features of it. It's had a complete makeover. So if you've had our content calendar before, you'll see this one's different, but in a good way. So the first thing that's different is we have implemented our strategy feature here. So we have already come up with a strategy for each day. To point a few out, we have like Self-Care Sunday, Share a Work in Progress, Throwback Thursday, Shout Out a Business you love. So this makes it super easy for the month of February to just look at this calendar and already know what you're going to post. And then if you see here, we have pointed out a few ways to also post this content on other platforms. So this tells you to share a Valentine's Day memory. On LinkedIn, you can share a blog post. You can repurpose this post for Facebook. So we're not just touching on Instagram, but all the platforms, or at least a few of the major ones. I'll just let you look over the calendar for a moment. I just want to pace this right so we can plan it all together. You can let Karina know if I need to slow down for you. And I'm not seeing the questions on Webinar Jam, so Karina will be messaging them to me. So if I'm looking down at my phone, that's why. Okay, so speaking of strategies, which we have laid out here, but let's say you want to take it a step further. Let's go into Plan. If you've never seen Plan before, let me just tell you a little bit about the layout. So on the right, you'll see this grid mockup. It will look like your Instagram. If I scroll down, you're going to see post. If you follow Plan, these will look familiar because we've already posted them. And then as I scroll up, these are posts that I'm planning. And here on the left-hand side, this is where you can create a post or create a story. You can add in your caption, and we're going to come back to these tools. But for now, we're going to go straight up to strategy, which is just at the top. So on the left-hand side, you will see Tell Your Brand Story. Now, these are top themes that we believe perform well, and they're common themes. And no matter what industry you're in, these are good themes to have. So for example, having a behind the scenes post or an educational post or an inspirational post. These work for pretty much any industry you're in. And so these are great to pull from. But let's say you want to get a little bit more specific to your business. Click here. This is content prompts. And you will see we have strategy themes for so many different industries. I was scrolling through here the other day and I just got lost because there's just so many options. So I know a few of you mentioned you're artist. We have a complete artist strategy here. If you travel, like have a travel account, this is perfect for you here. If you own a cafe, there's just strategies no matter what you do. So if you're stuck in a rut, which I completely understand because I get that way all the time, it's just so easy to come here and have something already all laid out for you. And if you don't want to scroll through for hours like I find myself doing, you can simply search right up here and find exactly what you're looking for. So there's the strategy, the content prompts. No, I don't want to reset that. And let's go back to themes for a second. So let's say that you want to add a custom theme. You'll just click here. I know that a common strategy tile is doing giveaways, and this is a great way to draw engagement to your account. So let's just create a giveaway tile just so I can show you. And then select the color. And then create. And now I will click the plus button and it's going to add it to my overall strategy. Now this strategy right now is for Valentine's Day. I don't want to put this all onto my grid. So I'm just going to drag this giveaway tile here. And now the tile is here, and I know even way before I have the content for it, or maybe I've even mapped out what I'm going to be doing, what kind of giveaway and all those details, it's right here. And I know what I'm posting. And I just want to show you how we use this, because as Plann'rs social media manager, this is something I use all the time. We have an amazing team. We all work together to create content, And sometimes we don't have it right when we are planning things, so we plan ahead. So for example, I created a strategy tile for Reels. So I know this week I'm posting Reels. This was a strategy tile for Google Photos, and now our amazing graphic designer put in the content there. And then a planner testimonial. I always feature a planner every week because you guys are so amazing. I'm always blown away by you. So if you'd like to be featured, make sure you reach out to us. And that's just showing you how I use the tiles to plan. Oh, I didn't want to go there. Let's go back. And then I got a question. So do you guys have a podcast strategy? I believe we do. And let's take a look. Let me learn how to type yet. Not community group. I believe we have a podcast strategy. It might be my internet too, but that's something hopefully Karina can answer to you in the chat and kind of elaborate on more, because my internet might just be kind of buggy right now. So I'm going to give you a moment to get your strategy sorted. If you want to create a couple tiles and kind of play with them, see where you want them on your feed, that would be great before we get into the next one. And I just got a message from Karina that we'll be adding it in a podcast strategy. So that's exciting. Take your time coming up with your strategies. I'll pop over into the calendar and start showing you the template on there. But I just want you to know that once you set up your strategy, that's kind of it, which is really nice, because you might think, oh, this is going to take forever. It really doesn't. And once you get a solid strategy going, it's something you can constantly use, and you only really need to go back and replan your strategy if things change on your account or if you want to. So that's what I love about Plan. It's just so easy to plan with purpose, and each of the tasks, when you initially do them, they become so much shorter the next time and so much of a quicker process, because you don't need to constantly come back and redo it. Okay, so here we are. Maybe I should open that up. Okay. So here we are back on the calendar. And I'm just going to pick a day so I can show you our amazing templates that our graphic designer, Danny, shout out to you, Danny, put together. So I'm going to click on day 7. And this is the Self-Care Sunday. You're just going to click on the purple button, use template. And there's a few ways to edit this and import this. I'm going to show you this way first. So here we are. This is the template. I want to say right off the bat that the photos we've used in these templates, they are pro Canva photos. So if you have trouble importing them, If there's an error, that's why. You just simply need to change out the photos. I just got another question. Can I attach a Canva template to my strategy tile? Yes, I will show you how to do that. Anyway, so this is it. Let's say I want to edit this. These are completely customizable, so you can change the color. You can change the font, the size, you can delete it. You can do pretty much anything you want. I'm going with a green theme, so I'm going to change this to green. And let's see. If you see on the left, like there's other really cool templates as well. I'm going to add in some different photos. Again, I'm sticking with this green theme. This looks very relaxing to me. And again, I'm just doing this slowly because I know you're planning along with me. So I want to make this a slow process where you don't feel rushed. So yeah, if you're in the template, just play around with it and kind of get a feel for what you like and just get to know it. I'll just spend a few minutes kind of playing around with what I want to put here. Okay, I would kill for a massage like this right now. Maybe I shouldn't say kill, but honestly, how amazing does that look? That's staying there. That just makes me happy looking at it. You can also change this background color. Ooh, I like the white. I'm gonna go with that. Okay, I'm gonna move on, but like I said, feel free to take your time. I'm trying to move through this slowly. I'm just gonna show you what the next steps are because you can always come back to this, and I'm gonna show you how to do that through Plan. It's really easy. So let's go with this right now. Now we're going to bring it into Plan. So I'm going to go on the left-hand side, click File, Save to Folder, Webinar, and then hit Save. Now I'm going to go back over to Plan. I'm going to go to Create. It's the top left. You're going to hit this plus button here. And from here, let's pause here for a second. You have so many different options to bring content in from. One of my favorites is this. It's called Collections. Will my Wi-Fi load it? Yes, it will. Thank you. So Collections. This is a great way to organize your media, the media that you've already used, the media you have yet to use. I used to spend so much time every time I would upload something into Plan searching through my laptop, and it would just waste so much time. So this is where you can now house all your media, and you can put it into these collections. So for example, if I know I want to post a beautiful tile, there's a collection for that. All I have to do is come into here and grab what I want. If I want to pull from a particular shoot, I can find the collection for that shoot. If I want video, there's so many different things you can do with collections, but it's just there to simplify things for you and make it easier. And I also love this because I don't have to keep the content I want to post, I don't have to keep on my computer and my phone and make sure I always have it, like it's here when I need it. And that's the best. And I love being organized, so this is great. You can pull from Dropbox. Google Photos is new. You're going to see a post tomorrow, I believe, in the next few days about this new feature we have. Google Drive, free content. We're going to come back to that. And last but not least, Canva. And it's going to take us into Canva straight from Plan. You're going to, on the left-hand side, go to Folders. I'm going to go to the webinar folder because that's where I saved it. And voila, here is your template. Any changes you want to make, you can. Again, I'm happy with this. I'm going to hit publish. And here it is. Now let's say you're getting ready to post this and all of a sudden you see a typo, or you suddenly don't like it, or you just want to change it. All you have to do to go back into Canva and edit it from Plan is click this little magic tool. And there you are. You're right back in Canva. You can edit it. You can switch the photos. You can do whatever you want, and then hit publish again, and it's going to be ready again. Okay, I'm going to pause for a minute. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm sorry I can't see the chat. But I hope you're planning along with me and you're having fun with the templates. I'm going to make sure everyone gets, or try and make sure everyone at least gets this point in Plan where they've gone through the process and they know how to get it to where this is now. And if anyone's having trouble and needs help, Karina is there, or she can send me a message so I can see it. So I got a question. Do you have anything specifically for photographers? I have pictures, but at a loss of captions. I completely understand that. I do photography, and it's so frustrating when you have a beautiful photo, but then you just don't know what to write about it. We're going to touch on captions in just a bit. And Karina actually is going to pop something really helpful in the chat for you. So I think that's gonna help you because it's definitely more of like a caption question, and captions are really difficult for everyone. But we have some tips for you, and I'm gonna go over that. Okay, this looks great. I'm gonna save this as a draft. And we're gonna go back to this giveaway tile because let's say you don't wanna use a template, which with strategy, I think it's good to mix up content, you know, to use templates, to use just photos, to do just quotes. I mean, it's good to have a variety. It depends on your industry and what you like. But let's say you just want a photo. We're gonna click on this giveaway tile. Now, someone asked if you can bring the Canva template into the tile. Yes, you just go through the same process I just showed you. But we're gonna click plus, and instead of going to Canva and bringing in that graphic because we just did that, instead we're gonna go to free content. Someone said, how do you edit collections? So you will, in collections, you can like create a folder and then upload specific photos for that. And then here you can go to collections this way too. Let's go, okay, back into free content. So free content is a paid feature of Plan. Honestly, it is amazing because if there are days when it's getting late, you don't have your content ready to post, you need just a good stock photo to get you by, or even just to have, because we use stock photos all the time with Plan. This is just great to be able to implement and take the pressure off always having to create content. So this is a giveaway tile. I want to do something, or I want to choose content that makes sense. So I automatically just search like a keyword, which when I think of a giveaway, I think of me winning the giveaway and getting free stuff. So it makes me happy. So I'm just going to type happy and see what kind of content comes up. Okay, I have to go with this one because she looks very happy and there's a plant, which is going along with my theme. So I'm going to add that in. And so now you have this stock photo you can use. So the magic tool turns into something different when it's not from Canva. So when you click on the magic tool this time, it's going to allow you to edit this photo. So let's say I want to adjust the brightness, the contrast. Here I can add text, stickers, frames. We have a bunch of editing tools. And honestly, that's a whole separate webinar because I could go on that for hours. And seeing as it's 6 in the morning for some of you, I'm sure you have things to do. So we're not going to do that, but that just gives you a little example. So I'm just going to save this. And let's pretend like we're gonna get this ready to post. So Let's talk for a minute about captions. I know we just brought it up, but captions, yeah, they can be complicated. I'm a writer. You'd think that captions would come naturally to me. They don't. I think everyone struggles with them at some point. And the best advice I could give you is just be authentic, use your voice, try and sound like yourself, like as if you're talking. That's what I love about being on Plann'rs accounts, for example. It's just this very like authentic way of talking in captions, and I say like, hey guys, and I make jokes. And I think that's the best because you want them to feel like you. So for example, I would literally say, hey guys, we're hosting a giveaway. Let's just say this Saturday. I'm just going to keep this short and sweet. I got another question. In collections, can I separate the photos into different folders? Yes, so that's what collections is all about. It's about having your photos in different folders, so then they're easy to find. And reading those questions, maybe collections can be a little confusing at first, so I think it would be great possibly this week or maybe next week I could do a little video of how collections work, like a really quick one, just walking you through, because honestly, I don't know if my Wi-Fi is good enough for that right now. Anyway, I'm gonna give you a moment to write out a caption. And while you're doing that, I'll talk a little bit about the other caption tools that Plan has. So one tool that Plan has that I love is the spacing tool. So let's just say I add something and see that I have this spacing here. When this goes into Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever it's going, the spacing is going to stay consistent. So you're not going to lose that spacing, which sounds kind of minor, but it's actually a really big deal because it's frustrating to have to redo all that spacing, especially if you're writing a long caption. And then we also have an emoji keyboard, which I always think it's interesting because I feel like accounts, like different accounts have different emojis that they commonly use. Plan, for example, we always use a sparkle emoji, which I use on my personal account too. I love this. And then we always use the blue heart. Oh, let's just go heart. Here we go. We always use those. And this too it's just awesome because it's less work that you have to do in the moment. Like it's just planning ahead, planning out your captions with the emojis and the spaces. And next we're going to go to hashtags. So I got a question, how to plan hashtags. So to plan your hashtags out, you're going to click on this hashtag feature here. It's going to go a lot more in depth. I don't know if we have time. If we do, I'll visit that after this. But anyway, if you want to quickly access your hashtags and put them on your, or paste them to your post rather, you're going to click here on this little hashtag tool. And then we have all of these here. Oh, Karina just told me everyone's saying how much they love emoji and spacing. I agree. It makes a huge difference. It really does. Let's just use these social media hashtags. So another thing that might not sound like a huge deal, but it is huge, is the spacing for the hashtags. Because hashtags are important. There's been studies that show that hashtags do help with your engagement. They do help your posts get noticed more. On Plan, we use hashtags as well, so they work, they're important. But you don't want to see them the moment you look at a post, right? It's just distracting and it's kind of ugly. So anyway, Plan spaces them so you don't see them. They hide the hashtags. Sorry, I can see Karina typing. Oh, there was a question. I've seen some Instagram accounts that use a different typeface. Can you do that in Plan? Yes, actually, we have a post coming out super soon on that. So make sure you look out for that because we're going to be showing you how to do that. Again, I just don't have enough time to do it with you now, but I promise we're going to show you how. Okay, so I hope that you're kind of where I am right now. You've written out a caption, you've added some hashtags, you've thrown in some emojis. You guys should flood Karina in the chat and put the emoji that you love the most. I'm always curious to know what people's favorite emoji is. I don't know why, but right now mine's like the emoji with the little like seeing magnifier glass. I just think it's adorable. Another thing on hashtag groups, there's no limit on that. So you can create as many as you want, which is awesome because depending on the content you're posting, you might want to, well, you not just you might, but you are going to post different hashtags for that are more specific to that, unless it's something more general like this, like social media. Okay, let's save that. Real quick, I want to touch on stories. So again, here we are. This is what you see when you first enter into Plan. Karina's saying there's a lot of bees. That's funny. I wouldn't have thought that. Anyway, if you click here on the right, you'll see stories. Oh, this is me telling you about this webinar. Stories is a great way to connect with your audience. You can be a lot more raw and candid, and something that I love to do on stories is I love doing Q&As. I love just featuring planners, doing reposts of planners, things like that. This is a game changer for me because what I do here is I add my swipe up links, which even today, we posted a swipe up story. And so I post the link here so I know exactly where I can find it, and it makes it super easy. Again, you have common scheduling tools for stories. So save as a draft, send post notification now, or do a custom time. And stories is something I definitely like to dive into more, hopefully next month if you join us. Another tip for stories, we have an amazing text editor in Plan. So you can simply create stories by using that. Last but not least, because we are obviously all about scheduling and helping you plan your content, schedule your content, and get ahead. So let's talk really quick about scheduling. I'm going to click back to our Self-Care Sunday, or let's go back to this because we have a caption. So a few options for scheduling your post. You can save as a draft, send post notification now, create a custom time, when your audience is most online, or your best times to post. I personally really like your best times to post. It's saying Saturday at 8 p.m. That sounds about right. I've been noticing a lot of people are online in the evenings. That might be different for you though, depending on where you live, what type of content you're posting, all of that. So make sure you keep an eye on the results. It's up here because you'll be able to see how your content is performing. And then based on that, and when you posted that content, and Plan already does that work for you. By the way, this is based off that. But if you want more of like a inside look, you can go there and really see how your content's performing. And then you're simply going to schedule post. Now, any content that's not scheduled, it's going to have this gray corner, and any content that is scheduled will have this blue corner. You can also click here if you want to see just the scheduled. Let's see. Okay, let's dive into this real quick because I want to answer some questions. So to repurpose this, let's say we want to repurpose this for Facebook. We're going to click the 3 dots, recreate for Facebook page. It's going to get it already. Is there a way to post directly to LinkedIn? Yes, there is. Hopefully you saw when I clicked on these 3 dots, there's also a LinkedIn option. Can we schedule stories? Yes, you can schedule stories. So just like I showed you with the post, it's the same exact thing. Okay, so now it's saying it's ready for Facebook. So we're going to click up here on our little icon, go to the Facebook one. And as you can see, it's right here and it's been reformatted for Facebook. Something I would advise when you're doing Facebook, for example, don't include hashtags. Just doesn't work the same way there. And then just to touch really briefly, basically I did a Q&A, I think it was a few days or like a week ago, and we were busting like myths on social media and doing true or false. And someone asked me, can you post the same exact content to all socials? And I said, it's kind of true and it's kind of false, because while you can post really similar content, I feel like you should definitely be tweaking that content a little bit. For example, when we post funny, relatable quotes on Plan, I don't post those to LinkedIn because I know that's just not really LinkedIn appropriate. Whereas I know on Instagram and Facebook, that type of content does amazing. And just like there's some content I would post to LinkedIn that I wouldn't post on Instagram or Facebook. So definitely just spend time on those platforms, get to know those audiences, and you're going to start feeling a lot more comfortable and just getting a feel for what works for each one. Sorry, I'm just reading questions. And okay, I'm going to take you through something really quick. Let's go to results. So here it's probably not loading very much because my Wi-Fi, but you're going to see your results. So you're going to be able to see more of what's going on your platforms. and just to see what's working, what's not working. And that's what your strategy is for. It's to give you a place to start. And then coming here and looking over your analytics is really going to help you as well. Another question, Julia. Any tips on how to feel confident on talking on stories? I feel so insecure sometimes. I'm with you, honestly. I did not feel very confident in front of the camera, at least talking. I've been in front of the camera a lot doing more like modeling things, but talking is just a whole different story, and it's easy to feel insecure. But honestly, it's just practice. Like the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to feel, and just try not to overthink it. Like your audience is there because they want to connect with you. And just try and remember why they're there, and no one's as harsh on you as you are on yourself. Like no one's trying to pick you apart. So yeah, just try not to overthink it with anything on social media. Try not to overthink it. That's my advice. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera completely back to me and then hopefully answer a few more questions. While we have like 5 more minutes. Sorry, I'm just catching up. Someone said they're sad they missed the first 40 minutes. Yes, there will be a replay, so don't worry. And for people that are confused on the hashtags, again, it's great to see what people are kind of having a hard time wrapping their head around or figuring out. So that's something, maybe I can walk through that on stories tomorrow. Post something on our Instagram stories, really like showing you how they work. So you can feel more confident with that. The replay will be in the next like 24 to 48 hours after this. How many hashtag sets can you create? There's no limit, so you can create as many as you want. So yeah, any last questions you have for me? I think we have like 4 more minutes. People are asking if the hashtag is better in the comments or in the caption. Honestly, as long as they're hidden, that's what I've found. As long as they're not like right in your face, they're more hidden, I think they tend to do really well. Oh, sorry, I might be getting some of these questions like late because I'm suddenly seeing all these bee emojis. Someone asked, what is the difference between best time to post and when your audience is on? So your best times to post, they're calculated in your local time zone and based on your engagement, especially over the past 30 days. And then the other is when your audience is most online. So we recommend just testing both and seeing what works for you. For everyone, it's different. And you can play around, like do one post, best times to post, do one when your audience is most online. and then just kind of track your engagement, which you can do in the tool I showed you earlier. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Do you have specific steps that you plan your calendar without feeling overwhelmed? Honestly, that's really why I use the strategy tool. I can just speak on this personally. With Plan, we have so many different types of content we post. We have an amazing team. We're all posting different things. So just having that strategy in place and taking time to go through those strategy tiles. And like I said, if you can't think of any custom ones to put together, go into the content prompts and start with that. And it just, once you start with the strategy and kind of get that under your belt, you're going to feel a lot more confident and get more of a rhythm. So yeah, just honestly plan out a strategy. For me, planning ahead just makes it so much easier. Okay, guys, it's 10 p.m. here. It's my bedtime. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. The turnout was great. Definitely join me next month. What is next month? March. So March 1st, we'll be doing another Plan with Plan session. Make sure you keep an eye on your inbox for a special thank you, as well as if you have any questions that didn't get answered here, make sure to come over to our Instagram tomorrow. I'll be doing a Q&A over there. And now that I've seen a lot of comments on hashtags, definitely something I want to put together for you to simplify it. So yeah, thank you again for joining us. Have a great evening, morning, wherever you are. Have a great day. And I'll see you next month. Bye.